You need a lot of new things.
Like what?
You need a haircut.
Yeah, thanks. Yes, I do. I'm aware. It's all right.
You don't need a haircut. You know. I do need a freshie. I do need a touch up. I think today or tomorrow is the day. Just touch up the scone.
That would be a skill that I would want.
What?
To know how to give myself a haircut.
True.
Yeah.
Well,
so much time and money saved.
You've got a hairstyle which takes a little bit more craft, right? Up the top.
Yeah, So it would be hard for me to do it because there's like scissors involved, whereas yours just. What is it?
Yeah, you make a really good point. Like I should learn how to buzz cut myself. Yeah, like it's number 2 or 3, say number 3 on top, and then it's the fade. Like learning how to give yourself a fade. That, yeah, thank you. You've just given me something to learn, a new skill to learn.
Save so much money and time.
What do you pay for a haircut?
40.
Every 3-4 weeks?
2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, so roughly $80 a month.
Yeah.
Pay $40 for a haircut. Fuck, I pay $55 for a fucking buzz cut, bro.
Yeah, well, I have a guy.
Oh, you got the hookup.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shout out Ray. Yeah, shout
out Ray. Does Ray take on clients? Does he?
Yeah, if you want to travel to Templestowe, that's fine.
Well, I wouldn't travel to Templestowe to see Ray, but I'm sure maybe someone would. Where's Ray?
In Templestowe.
Yes. Where? Is he like at a shop? Is he at his home? Is he?
It's a private business.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to dox Ray.
No. Actually, not.
All right. You know what? Get in touch with Ari. Ari can handball you over to Ray. How about that?
Okay. Shout out Ray.
Hey, mate. Welcome to the biased footy show for round 18.
Yes. How good.
Yeah, it's good. I feel like you and I are about to go through a really strong period now. We've had our little conversation last week. You know, we have our like waves, and now we've got a strong.
It was a yeah. We can call it a conversation. It was more of a monologue.
Oh,
not a conversation implies a dialogue, and a dialogue involves 2 people going back and forth.
Do you feel like you didn't reply to me?
What do you mean?
Do you feel like only I spoke and that you didn't get a chance to reply?
No, I feel like you. I don't feel like I need to speak. It's okay.
Okay. Well, that's rare.
I'm becoming more self-aware. I'm maturing.
Wow. It's good, mate. It's good. Nah, I'm excited.
Appreciate it.
I'm excited. But I think also it's just the ultimate test because do you think at any point Carlton will show signs of even a pulse before the end of this year?
But maybe. I think it's all false though, regardless of what happens. And I do find the patience of the fan base in general really wears thin. I wouldn't say wears thin quickly, but you can tell when, for the most part, the fan base flatlines and just kind of gives up with footy at certain stages. And we've had a lot of seasons like this where it's over by round 15, 16. So we are used to it, although we don't want to be used to it. And we haven't been theoretically over the last couple of years, but before then this was a regular occurrence. So it's just going back to the regular format, I reckon.
This is the Carlton that you and I know more than most who follow the club. What did you feel that harrowing silence in the crowd pre-game last week?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I have seen that rhetoric float around, and I would tend to agree with it. I do also. So the game started at 7:20.
Yep.
Do you reckon that caught a lot of people out, considering Friday nights normally start at 7:40?
No. Do you?
Well, I was just saying because there was no one there before the bounce, like 10 minutes before the bounce.
Oh, okay. You mean like the time that people are used to getting to the footy on a... Oh, that's a good point. That's actually a really good point because you would have your ritual, catch the 6 something train, like if you're training in or you leave. I didn't think of it like that.
Because I was just looking around and I go, like the players were running out and I go, not a lot of people here.
You know what? That actually makes a lot of sense because pre-game, I think that's why the end of the game crowd announcement shocked me because I was there very early and I saw the lack of crowd, and I guess I just lost track of thinking about how many numbers were in the crowd during the game because I was too busy rocking back and forth,
contemplating life,
so that I forgot about the fact that people were rocking up late. Imagine rocking up late only to leave at halftime. Did you leave early? Are you an early leaver?
So I have a technicality which I've implemented twice this year, and that is as long as I'm in the stadium when the final siren sounds, it's fine.
Yeah.
So I made my way from level 4 with about a minute and a half to go, but the siren sounded as I was walking down the stairs. Gotcha. So last round and round 1, when was it Seth Campbell who ran into an open goal and did a backflip. As soon as I saw the backflip, I was like, I'm gone. So thankfully the siren went whilst I was still in the stadium, and likewise on Friday night. So technically no.
Yeah, I for the first time in my life left and I walked down the steps of gate 6 and walked sort of on the way to Richmond Station and then heard the siren from outside the stadium. First time in my life.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. 11 years prior.
11 years prior?
I was going to say, I for some reason, I remember 11 years prior. I don't know if it was it must have been Daisy's first game against Collingwood. And he had that shot on goal, right flank-ish, and shanked it. He was wearing long sleeves. And I remember I was sitting up on level 4 that night with a beanie on and freezing, and we got pumped. And I remember thinking, this is all going to be worth it. Like really profoundly remembering it. And I've been remembering it this week. And 11 years later, go to the G and leave early. First time.
Fair. You spoke about the crowd. I was also a relatively early leaver, but that was also because I was a child and didn't really have my own means of transport. So if Dad wanted to go, then we just had to go. But now that I can do what I want, essentially, it's fine. I try not to, if possible. Anyways, you were speaking about the crowd. So you thought 75,000 shocked you, and it shocked me as well. That was the lowest crowd of a Carlton Collingwood game since the game we played behind closed doors in 2021.
Wow.
And not only that, 75,000 that was the lowest since that game in 2021 where that game that we won back in 2021. And the crowd on Friday would have also been the highest crowd from 2021 all the way down to 2013.
Wow.
So I don't know what that says about anything, but that surprises me because from 20 there was only one crowd. There was not one crowd between the second time we played them in 2013 till the first time we played them in 2022 that was above 80,000 of a Carlton Collingwood game. And the lowest it got was 40,000.
It was a Collingwood takeover. That's what happened.
Oh, I didn't really sense that, to be honest.
Maybe it was I was in a bay full of Collingwood supporters. Full. I might have been one of 8 Carlton supporters in my bay. Think about that, like the whole bay. Level 2, but so like half the size of, or a small portion of the size of some of the other bays that you see, but full of Collingwood supporters. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really sense that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I feel like just Carlton supporters naturally would have been quite mellow.
Yeah.
The whole game, regardless. So I feel like it was quite clear it was easy to perceive it to be like that, which I totally understand, but I didn't really sense it, to be honest.
Mate, and then it gets better.
I know. Doesn't stop, does it?
6 days later, we play against the Brisbane Lions. Is that the segue?
Should we go through the tips first?
Oh. Do you know what I did last week with the tips?
Butchered them, totally.
Bro, I didn't save my tips. I didn't enter tips until Sunday. Amateur hour, like.
Should I give you the news that could potentially compile the misery?
Yeah, you should give me the news that could potentially compile the misery.
For the second week running.
Yeah.
100%.
Great.
Turns out tipping the favourites works.
Oh, I tipped 7 last week.
Oh. Because you get the away team.
I got lucky.
Yeah, you
I
get the away
got
teams.
lucky. I got very, very lucky. Wait, it was round 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I technically tipped the Dogs.
Dogs, Pies, Giants,
and Suns.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I did tip. Okay, no, I tipped Richmond technically. I tipped Port technically, and I tipped Hawthorn. And then on the Sunday, I tipped. Yeah, I was so angry at myself. But mate, so you 100%?
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Do I get some sort of medal reward?
Well, no, because Shkivo also tipped 9 on the weekend with a margin differential of 3.
Yeah, but with all due respect to Shkivo, he's not on this show, and like we didn't have the back. There's no competition between us, so.
Yeah, but Shkivo's first of 294. Like, give him some props.
Mate, props given. Absolute, unequivocal props. Congrats.
That's huge. To be honest, this isn't about Skivo, mate. This is about you.
Yeah, exactly. Of course. I think I'm like 6 tips ahead of you now. 5 tips ahead of you.
Yeah. What's your total tips?
96, I think.
96.
I think.
Yeah, I've got some work to do. I've got some big work to do. It's too late for me to go down the tip the favourites route because you're just going to play it safe because you're a bit like. Yeah, anyway,
what?
Do you know what? I've also realised something. I've cost myself however many losses Carlton has had. That's how many tips I've cost myself. I've not tipped against Carlton all year.
Yeah.
That's a lie. Yeah. I tipped against Collingwood technically, but I would have tipped Carlton.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. Yeah. I think in the last, it's post, it would have been post North.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks. Actually, no, I think I tipped Carlton against Port, to be honest. But yeah, no, I will be tipping rationally with my brain from now
on. All right.
So, sorry. Before we start, like 2014, 40,000 at a Carlton Collingwood game. You can play that at Marvel and it wouldn't have sold out. 40,000.
2014, we had 40,000.
So granted, both teams coming off finals appearances that year, of the previous year.
I wonder why.
It was okay. Sunday night, granted, but surely not.
Okay, was it Sunday night? Did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, it was pouring rain that night. It was pissing down and freezing cold that night. That's the game. What round? It was like first 7 rounds of the season, I think. No,
it was round 14. Round 15.
Round 15. And was it the first time we had played Collingwood for the year?
No, second time. So the first time we played Collingwood was round 7.
Yes.
And we lost by 5 goals. And the next time we played them was round 14 or 15, whatever I just said. And we lost by 3 goals in 2014.
Really?
Yeah. 40,000. So it's like. So this was the first time that it's dipped below 80,000 since the game behind closed doors. That's bizarre. That's bizarre, man. Like I don't know what. That's weird. That's weird. Like I get it. We were both poor during that period, but do I have
Have you basically got a list there of the Carlton Collingwood games? So was there a belting 13, 14, 15, 16-ish? Like a
15 we lost by 12 goals, and that was Malthouse's. That was a game Malthouse broke the record. I'm pretty sure. Of coaches, of games being coached or coached.
Maybe that's the game I was thinking about. Yeah, I do. I clearly remember going to a game, and it was what was the round of that game?
5.
Yeah, I do remember. I swear it was an absolute smashing.
Yeah, we lost by 12 goals.
Anyway, mate, let's move on. Let's get into it, hey?
Yeah. And I guess also between 2008 and 2013, there was not one crowd that dropped below 75,000. So it probably does result into the performances of both two teams, because between 2014 and 2018, we both sucked. So, yeah, okay. Yeah. Sorry, it just continues to confuse me every time I think about that and look at it. But, yeah.
Well, we won't have an issue with big crowds this week, because the Blues and the Lions will face off at Marvel Stadium Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Will you be going?
I don't know yet, because my old man can't go. My brother's still. My brother's probably might not go, depending on. So if I do go, I'll have to find other means of going, or just going by myself. And I don't know if I want to do that to myself.
Do you want to come with me?
Sure.
Okay, I have spares, and none of my siblings want to come.
Great, I'll be there.
You and me. That's our first game together. Wow.
See, now you're gonna, you know how you say, "Oh, I'm a chirper," blah 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 blah. You're gonna say that I don't say a word when I flee.
Yeah, I don't say much. What's
you
there to say?
A lot, don't you?
No, not really. Not
now.
No, like I will get up and scream when like a good goal happens, and you know, a little high five, maybe a little fist bumpy here or there, you know. But like, but generally, I'm currently cross-armed, rocking back and forward every week. That's kind of
okay. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm a big. Sorry, I'm a big. I don't know if you do this, but especially before like every quarter, or like the start of every quarter, I'll go like, all right, so Doc starting on a wing, Ollie off half forward, okay, you know, Moyer out of the goal square. Like I'll just take in all the matchups, and I'll like verbally articulate what I'm thinking in my head, much to the annoyance of my brother, for the most part. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to be going together to our first game. Ugh.
Yay.
Yay. Is this going to get? Is it just we're going to lose, right? Like,
so if we win, does that mean we can't not go together again? Like we have to continue going.
If we win, you're with me for the rest of the year. Deal?
Deal.
If we lose, we'll never go to the game again together again. Deal?
Deal.
We haven't played the Lions in Melbourne for a while.
2023.
That was at Marvel as well, wasn't it?
Yes. Doc's 150.
Ugh.
It was Carl Respects game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we haven't, and then before then was 2021. And before then was 2019. So
2019. Oh man, 2019. I can't believe how much. It's crazy when you just like consider how much time has passed. That 2019 game when Cripps kicked 4 and had 38 odd. That was my first game back in Australia after being away for so long, and I remember thinking so clearly, like, "Wow, good on you, mate! You've just come at the perfect time. The Blues are about to turn it around. We're going to finish this season strongly, and then 2020 is going to be the year." And to be fair, they did finish 2019 kind of strongly, considering where they were at. And then
6 in the last 12.
Yeah. So that period of time, vibes. 2022, first half of the year, vibes. Second half of the year, 2023, vibes. And then first half of the year, 2024, vibes. This year, there's been no vibe.
First 2/3 of last year.
But
we were in the top 4 this time last year.
We were in the top 4 this time last year. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, no vibes this year at all. Maybe post Geelong game, maybe. That's it. That's where it started and finished.
What is there to hang on this year if you're a Carlton fan? This game, sorry, if you're a Carlton fan, like.
This is why being in this position sucks, is because there isn't really a lot to hang on to, because nothing matters, sort of thing. Because the next year is going to be totally different to this year. So we can't, anything that happens, we're not really going to take a lot out of, if that makes sense.
Totally.
So it might just have. Yeah, sorry.
Do you think this is just, these weeks are just test everything and everyone in any different position you want to maybe have a look at, like that sort of thing?
Yes.
Like, you know, if you want to see Lockie Cowan up on a wing, like I'm just spitballing, or if you ever wanted to test out fucking, I don't know,
Charlie
Wiedering on a flank, Charlie on a wing, if you wanted to see, Cripps full forward for a full game, or like, do you think it's like, just do it now? Don't test it in round 1 next year. Do it now.
Yeah. Yeah. Just throw, because realistically, it's like, we're not making finals. We can't tank because we don't have our first pick. So we are literally a sitting duck for the rest of the year. The only thing we can take is just throw shit at a wall, like what they did on the weekend with Moya in the middle. Just do it. Keep doing that. I want to see centre bounces with Moya. Throw Ollie in there. Throw Cripps a full forward for a whole game. Put Charlie a little bit higher up on the ground. Up the ground. Maybe when Harry's back, we can do that. Just try stuff. Like play Walsh permanent wing for a game when he comes back, if he's fit. Like you may as well, because it's like, we have nothing to lose, because I don't think losing games matters anymore, because we've already lost. Like the objective of the season is already a failure. So regardless of how many games we lose from here on in, I don't think it's going to make a big tangible difference. Likewise, I don't think if we win 6 of our last 7 and finish 1 game out of the 8, I don't think that's going to mean anything either, because it's still going to be changed regardless.
Yeah, fair.
If you would want to see one, staying on that topic, one drastic positional move that you would want to see for the remainder of the season, what would it be?
Drastic positional move. See, I wish Harry was playing, because then I would say, let's get Charlie playing elsewhere.
That's
not for like vibes or marketing purposes, but it's just kind of like, it seems like it's one of the few things that we've been told that might be something in his career, but putting him maybe a little bit more around the ball or on the wing, like Richo.
Yeah.
Revolt, Nick Revolt, that type, Pavlich, maybe having a look at it. I don't know if it's like stick with it for the rest of the year. The reality is, McGovern, Lemmy. So like the thing about Lemmy, right? Like I want to see Lemmy. I don't think you should bring in Lemmy without Charlie being in the team. I think Charlie can help protect Lemmy a bit, because I just think that can happen. I mean, if Charlie's, up the ground, wheeling around, kicking the ball inside 50, he's going to be kicking it to Lemmy.
Yeah.
And so I understand selection statement, and, maybe you drop someone like a Charlie to send a statement through the group, like fair enough. But by the same token, I don't think you do it with Charlie if you want to bring in Lemmy. I think you drop a Mitch McGovern instead, and you bring in Lemmy, and you have Charlie protecting Lemmy and guiding him and sort of, big broing him until the end of the year.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree for sure.
Yeah.
I think you have to find the balance now between, because there's no point trying different things when it's obviously not going to work, like playing a forward line with, like putting all the kids in the team and dropping all the experience. Like that's not going to work, because that's not what they're going to play with next year, sort of thing. So if you're going to play Lemmy, play him with Charlie, because if he's going to play next year, he's going to play with Charlie, sort of thing. I wouldn't mind seeing someone like an Ollie on the, maybe, you know what, chuck it, just fucking put him on the ball. I would want to see Ollie on the ball and use his run, use his carry more like closer to the contest, because I feel like that could provide a different avenue for us, especially with no Walsh.
Yeah,
because we are kind of one pace. I think that's one area of the contest that has changed for the better is Zach Williams. I thought he was exceptional on Friday, so fingers crossed his injury isn't too severe and he can get a consistent run at it, because if you can get a consistent run at it for the rest of the year, stay fit pre-season, he's going to have a block of confidence, a block of games where he knows he can perform, and that could be a real, like, imagine a fit Zach Williams playing the role that he played on Friday for us in 2024 in the back end of it.
My issue with Zach is not that he doesn't have ability. My issue with Zach is that he can reach a certain level, like what we saw on the weekend, and he can get there and he can build up to it. He's just shown over the course of his time at Carlton that he just can't stay there for even like an 8-week purple patch. And that's a shame. It's just, is he unlucky? It sucks. Like, it sucks for him. I'm sure he wants to be out there every week. It's just, he played so well and played with so much heart and determination on Friday night, and it was kind of overshadowed a bit because of how bad the night was, and then also he got injured. So
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, it's an interesting question. Maybe chat. Is there a position that you would like to see experimented with until the end of the year? Two more questions about this game. Number one, do you think Doc should play? And by extension of that, do you think he should play for the rest of the year?
Yeah. I don't think you gain anything from dropping Sam Doherty at this stage because you've already done it. It's not a selection statement if you drop Sam Doherty because it's already.
What if you? Okay, do you think we should keep him for next year?
I don't want to retire Sam. I don't want to retire Sam Doherty. I don't want that to happen. Maybe that's just me being too sentimental and not thinking about it from a ruthless footballing sense. But he's given so much. I don't want to retire him. I don't think that's the way that it's going to happen. But yeah, I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah, I think one of Doherty or Akers should have a spell. I think this week it should be Akers, and I think, yeah, I don't know if I would believe in Sam Doherty being there for next year if we're looking to really move forward with the next wave. I think he's done incredible things for the club, and I think he's been rewarded incredibly as well for it. And it's a shame that this group isn't going to win the flag this year. And we don't get to see that dream of him lifting the cup that we all kind of felt a few years ago. But I just think we're stumbling over our feet again with these sort of situations. And the second one is De Koning. Is he checked out or is he in his head?
I think he's checked out
because he's not competing.
He's not. He was not good on Friday.
Yeah. You just know Tom's got the one thing about Tom. He's a competitor.
Well, yeah. So Max Gorn has gone on record to say that he thinks Tom De Koning has the ability to be the best ruck of all time. Right?
Yeah.
Whether you believe him or not, that coming from Gorn says a lot. And the one thing that he said about him was that he's ruthless, like an aggressive competitor. Yep. And maybe that is something that we've taken a little bit for granted when looking at Tom, because all we think about is his athletic ability, his ability to win the ball, his clearance ability, all that stuff. Whereas he probably when he was at his best last year impacted physically more than someone like Pitto, who's really MO should be that asset. He didn't do that on Friday. Hasn't really done that for the last couple of weeks. And look, if he's checked out, he's checked out. Do you drop him and not play him and ostracize him? I don't know. I don't know if that's the best thing to do. But I think it's clear that he's not in the same. He's not locked in like he was last year.
Yeah. I thought Pitto was excellent last week.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. I don't agree.
So I think it's one of the better games that he's moved around the ground and actually competed around the ground. And usually it's Pitto, heat map, center circle, whereas last week it was Pitto. Oh, you actually impacted around the ground a bit too.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I saw it the same way, to be honest.
Fair. All right, you're going to tip the Lions, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right, I'll tip the Blues. Wow, we're getting the that's actually like giving me a little bit of something there,
Oh, great. Is there any realm in which we win?
No.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
How depressing is that? Seriously, like, come on.
Hear me out.
Yeah, right? We did it last week.
Hear me out, man. Come on. The Lions are coming off a 5-day break.
Yes.
So they may
travel.
Yeah, they may not finish the game as strongly. And they did have a 5-day break early in the year, and I reckon they lost.
Do you want me to check that?
Yeah, I reckon Chris Fagan mentioned it. So I think the Lions will absolutely try and put this game away early.
Is Saturday to Thursday a 5-day break?
Is Saturday what, sorry?
Saturday to Thursday. That's a 5-day break, isn't it? Yeah, because that's what they're doing this week. Yeah, yes, they did, and they lost by 10 goals to Collingwood at the Gabba.
Yeah. So I'm just saying it might help the cause with Carlton not getting belted.
How depressing is that? If I can stick within 4 goals.
Oh man, we're doing it again. We're doing a full scale rebuild, but it won't be like a rebuild this time. It won't take as long this time. Like I get it, but also it's just
I don't think it's a rebuild.
It's a rebuild.
I don't think it's a rebuild.
We just went too hard last time. It's a rebuild.
It's
a rebuild.
It's not.
Accept it.
It's a regeneration of the list.
Yes. I'm not talking about rebuild of list. It's a rebuild of culture.
What? From 2022? That was the last time. That was the last time we reset, wasn't it?
No.
New coach, new CEO, new president within 3 weeks. That's a pretty harsh reset for a football club.
Yeah, and we have to do it again.
Okay.
We have a new president, we have a new CEO coming, and we might have a new coach coming.
Yeah. and potentially more changes, like probably.
Exactly. More head, like probably be a new head of football. Like we're talking a rebuild of culture.
Do you have to have one piece that remains the same? From a top level perspective, do you need to have one consistent piece from this era to the next era, or does it matter?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Like who? Patrick Cripps?
I was speaking with the coach.
The coach, yeah. I actually don't know
because it can't be the head of football.
It won't be the head of football. He's gone. It just won't be the head of football. Yeah. And I don't even know this because someone's told me it's
untenable.
It's untenable. It's untenable. It's time to go, and that's okay. Thank you for your service. Sorry it didn't work out. Wish you and your family all the best. Good health. And, it's just, this isn't it. I just don't see how the coach can stay when there's 7 more weeks of this to come. Whatever. If I'm wrong. And this is the other question I've been asking for the last few weeks. If Graham Wright, the big messiah, says, hey, no, Bossy's staying, ladies and gentlemen, and this is my recommendation, will there be buy-in from the supporter base?
Oh, that's a great question. I think I'm going to answer your question with a question. Do you think the majority of the supporter base, their main bit of concern is with the senior coach or with the administration?
Main concern or
because the answer to that question will probably lend you to the answer of your question. I think personally, if Graham Wright came out and said, I think Vossi is the guy, but XYZ or ABCDEFG from the admin back end staff needs to be replaced. I think maybe not a majority, but a fair amount of fans will be like, okay, that's fair. Yeah. We can see that. Yeah. That would be the position I would be in if they could do anything.
We will see. Shall we move on?
That's
Friday. Sorry, this is Thursday. Friday night, Collingwood Gold Coast in the North, People First Stadium. This is big. This to me is the one for the Suns.
Yes, I feel like, yeah, I would agree. This time last year, they played basically almost the same round, and they got the job done by 11 points, which led to a 4-game losing streak to the Pies, which basically knocked them out of finals because they weren't able to recover from that. They obviously had a good contest in this fixture in 2022 as well, from memory. So this has been relatively competitive over the last couple of years, and I think the Suns are better than ever. So that would lend itself for it to be a competitive game. They showed signs of maturity last week with the way that they were able to run over the top of the Bombers away from home. You never know.
I'm going to tip Collingwood no matter what because they deserve the right to be tipped.
Fair.
And I just think, but not to discount the Suns, they'll be so up for this game. But how could anyone tip against Collingwood right now?
Yeah, yeah, especially, it's annoying, isn't it? They're good at what they do.
Good at what they do, mate. They're good at what they do. Imagine being a Collingwood supporter.
No thanks.
Who are you going to tip?
The Pies.
Okay. Fair. Shout out just quickly to two guys. I don't know why I want to shout out both, but Noah Anderson, that's my guy. He's my captain in my fantasy draft team. Love his work. You know when you like draft someone in a draft and you get to the year and like, yeah, that was the right pick and you're just so happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Noah Anderson. And then I didn't pick this guy up in our draft, but Mac Andrew, big fan. Just big fan.
Yeah, can play. I picked up Joel Jeffrey in my Supercoach draft.
Wow.
From the free agency. Really, really happy with that. Really shrewd
Very
pick.
good.
Yeah,
very good pick. Oh, also, I want this on the record. Jake Rogers or Sam Flanders, come on down.
If you have to pick?
Sorry?
If you have to pick one of them?
Well, Jake Rogers is going to be a lot cheaper for Carlton.
Yes.
To bring in. So, I mean, he's also like quite young. But I think with Leo Lombard coming through, I don't know if... I think Jake Rogers can be very gettable. Sam Flanders is kind of like there. Dimmer loves him. But yeah, I just think he's such a good user of the ball. And I think if you can bring in a Sam Flanders and add him with the way that Jagger plays as well, I think that can shake things up. Yeah.
Would you play? Yeah, would you play him in the midfield?
Flanders, play him in Elijah Hollands' role.
Yeah, fair.
Literally Elijah Hollands, yeah, because he's just. I'm such a big fan of the way he plays. He uses the ball so well. He's just so clean.
Yeah, he's calm as well, composed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Saturday, 1:20 p.m. Marvel Stadium. Doggies and the Crows. This is, I like what you've done here. Game of the round / season potential.
This has got like shootout written all over it, I think.
Yeah, I know why you're thinking that.
Why?
Are you thinking of that game, Adelaide North Melbourne, Sam Kerridge kicking 6 goals?
No, but I do know. I'm well aware of that game, but yeah.
Okay. I don't know why. I thought of it straight away.
Oh, 4 goals down. 4 goals down with 4 minutes ago, and they came back on 1. Crazy.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, wow. Sam Kerridge kicked 6 in a game.
Who kicked the winner?
Who kicked the winner?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I think it was Poor Pleasure.
That would make sense. The Porpoise. Wow.
Yeah, I think that was... I mean, North in 2013 lost, I think, 7 games by under 10 points or something like that.
Yeah, wow.
Heartbreak for them.
No, this is going to be a great watch for the neutrals, aka us.
Yes, I think we saw... I mean, the Dogs probably less so than the Crows are very... I don't want to say one-dimensional, but their game plan is, especially like over the last couple of weeks, is very fast, very aggressive. And I think, David, it was brought up on First Crack. Normally, defense wins premierships. Like, that's been the model over the last couple of years. The best defensive sides win flags. Can the Dogs score their way to a premiership? Can they totally flip the script and just go shoot out? Can they do that all the way to the flag? Because they probably have... I mean, imagine how scary that forward line would be if Waitman was fit. I mean, and the Jamara conversation as well, but Waitman as well. Norton, Darcy, even Riley West has got in recent times, has really developed into a good footballer. And then like the amount of goals they get from their midfield as well, like Richards, Bont, Kennedy, these guys. Yeah. It's a very scary proposition.
Yeah, fully on board. Treloar, I'm actually really sad for Treloar. I think the Dogs are a team where like every piece needs to be there and playing at their best. However, I mean, Matt Kennedy.
Yeah,
I asked you last week, and I'll ask you again: is he in the squad if it was announced today?
Just quickly, it was Jared Petrenko, the kicker winner, not Poor Pleasure. In the squad of 40, man, I don't know.
It's a yes or no question.
No.
Matt Kennedy's not in the squad of 40. All right, I'm just going to keep asking because like this guy's so consistent, and he just keeps on like stacking on the games and stacking
in the squad of 4, how many midfielders would be in that?
I don't know.
15? No, more. 20?
Sure, 20. He's definitely been in the 20 best midfield. The reason why I think he gets a big rap this year is because he's kicked goals.
Yeah.
And when midfielders kick goals, it just adds to their,
No, fair.
So if I just go, I'm going to tell you right now, this man has kicked 19 goals for the year.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bont's kicked 14, Richards has kicked 13. Yeah, I don't know. I just believe he's doing their best, like one of their best players.
Yeah, I don't know. Like he's been very good.
He's been better than Richards officially.
No.
Yeah.
No. He's not better. Has not been.
He's had a better year than Libba.
I don't know.
Wait, is Richards in the squad?
Yes.
Is Libba in the squad?
Richards is arguably in the 22.
Okay.
Libba's in the squad, I think.
Okay. Okay, fair. Well, whatever. I'm flying the flag for Matt Kennedy.
That's great. That's fine.
Who wins? Who are you tipping?
Who am I tipping? That is a great question. I'll be tipping the Western Bulldogs.
Okay. I think I will too.
Okay.
4:15, GWS versus Geelong. As I say originally, another belter of a game.
Yes. Another belter of a game.
The Giants.
I'm going to get in early.
Yeah.
I'll be putting in my first draw of the season.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I've used 2, so I've only got one more to go. And I'm telling you now, I'm going to be putting it again in Carlton Collingwood last game of the year. But yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why are you putting this as a draw?
Well, I just think, I mean, the last these two sides haven't faced each other at NG in front of a crowd since 2017. And the last time that happened was a draw. So history is going to repeat itself, and it's going to repeat itself now. I also think these two sides are very well matched against each other. I feel like they're very similar. And the last game that they played down in Geelong was close. And I think with the Giants' ability to run and spread versus the Cats' ability to run and spread, it's going to be a very interesting game, I think.
Ari, who are you tipping?
The Cats. But the draw, but the Cats.
Right. Richmond Essendon, Saturday night, 7:35 p.m. To be honest, okay. When you watch Saturday footy, do you watch all 3?
What do you mean?
All 3 games?
If I'm home, yeah.
Yeah. Are you able to focus through the third one fully?
Yeah, I guess.
I can get through the first, easy. I can get through the second if it's a good game. The third one, I really start falling away. So this won't be too much of a focus for me. I'll be drifting in and out.
I can't remember the last time I was home all day on Saturday, to be fair.
Actually,
last Saturday I was.
Yeah, I actually just realized I'm going to be missing most of this Saturday. Guess what I'm doing?
What?
Guess.
Going on a date?
No.
Oh, sorry.
I've got my 10-year reunion of my premiership with the Thomastown Footy Club.
Unreal.
10 years ago, I won a flag in my first year playing footy.
Are you going to play that clip when you were on the footy show?
Maybe. Maybe.
Is this when you
I
played?
should have been prepared. I should have brought a clip up of the goal I kicked in the granny. So we're at
Yeah,
Kramer Street in the
okay.
granny, first quarter. I lead out strong, take the mark. I was the starting named full forward, lead out, take the mark on the lead, go back 30-ish meters out, straight in front, dob it, did fuck all for the rest of the game, but that's okay. Kicked a goal in the granny.
Nice.
Yep.
Very good.
Yeah.
How was the celebrations afterwards?
Mate, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Where'd you go?
We went back to the footy club, back to Thomastown, and we just stayed up all night and just fucking rocked it. Like, I think the place, yeah, because they were renovating it. So we were just in the at the club, just tearing it down, tearing it up. Yeah, up all night, smoking darts inside the footy club.
Oh, crazy.
Crazy stuff, mate. It was good fun.
Is this ones or twos?
Twos, mate. Come on.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it was twos. No, this was my first year of footy playing like senior football, like seniors, like not as a junior.
Yeah. Okay.
So I played basketball the whole life, and then it was a real congregation of all the heads from the northern suburbs. We all went to Thomastown for like a year, and it was just the who's who at the footy club.
Of all the heads.
Yeah, all the heads.
Yeah, okay. Right. Any basketball flags to speak of?
Any
basketball flags?
Yeah, absolutely. Multiple.
Oh, sorry.
Multiple basketball flags. Yeah, and then like won a championship in 2012 or 11 with in Big V VBL Youth League. So yeah.
Well, could have been anything.
Could have been anything. Won everything needed to win, and then hung up the boots.
Where were you on the basketball court? 2 or 3?
I was a 3-4.
3-4. Okay.
Yeah, I was a 3-4.
Yeah.
Undersized 4, but like, yeah.
Yeah. Fair. Nice.
Anyway, I'm tipping Essendon.
Yes. No. Yeah. I'll tip Essendon. They are the bookies' favourites. So.
Yep. And then Saturday staggered with this game is Fremantle Hawthorn at Optus. I told you about Freo. I told you. There's something about him. Something about him. They didn't play poorly against the Swans, to be fair.
I thought the Swans played really well. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. We'll get to. I can't wait to talk about the Swans in a minute. I think this is just Hawthorn, professional outfit, job done.
Yeah, the Freo have to win this game. They have to win this game if they're going to want to keep a proper stranglehold on the top 8. But if they lose this game, then it's going to slip away from them pretty quickly. So maybe that's going to give them a bit more emphasis to go for it. But I think the Hawks will get it done.
Okay.
I think they will.
Well, it'll be interesting because obviously the Dockers they're on 40 points. The Suns would have already played. The Doggies would have already played, so they'll know the results of those games. And then the Giants would have played just before them as well. So, as it stands going into the round, the Dogs, the Suns, the Giants, and the Dockers all have 10 wins. The Suns have a game in hand, and they've got the 10 wins. So, yeah, that's the situation. So I just think Hawthorn will win this game.
Yeah, fair. I'll probably agree.
Melbourne, North Melbourne, Sunday 1:10 at the MCG. Ooh.
This game last year was an absolute belter. North kicked the last 6 goals of the game, including the only 5 goals in the last quarter, and lost by 3 points.
Oh wow!
So this was a belter of a game last year, and the time before this that they played at the MCG was 2023. The year before, 2023, and Chom broke his leg that game. So
terrible. Well,
in the same game that he, according to the AFL Telstra tracker, he recorded the highest, fastest speed ever recorded on an AFL ground. Apparently.
Wow. Shout out to him.
Do you know why that's funny?
Why is that funny? Is it because Mitch McGovern is the fastest?
No, because he recorded a speed of like 40 k's an hour.
Oh.
And that was because he was on the stretcher.
That's actually very good.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's a very quirky find by you.
Yeah, thanks.
Melbourne is one of 4 teams with a 5 or more losing streak.
Wow. Yeah, so they were in a position, a month and a half ago where they could have really made a push for the 8 after having a relatively good month, but they've fallen away. A couple of hard games in there as well from memory, so disappointing for them. I think they're in a very similar position to us, to be honest.
Yeah, well, Melbourne, I mean, they the start of it was they lost to the Saints, then they lost to the Pies by a point, then Port over in Adelaide, and they got done by the Suns over there, and then they've just lost to Adelaide at the Adelaide Oval. North Melbourne had their little, bump up. They beat the Eagles. They lost the Dockers, Gallant, and they beat us. And then they've had 2 pretty convincing losses. One very convincing loss to Hawthorn and a pretty convincing loss to the Dogs, even though North looked okay in their first half or so.
Yeah, played a good 3 quarters, North.
Yeah, no, fair play. Who are you tipping?
I'm tipping Melbourne, but not overly confidently. Because I think
not overly confidently.
No.
Why?
Because I think North will be a show. They've won their 2 games that they've played at the G this year. So I think they are. It won't be as convincing as what a lot of people might think. Yeah.
Okay. I will tip the Ds.
Fair. Also watch on the SUV if you can get up.
True. Mate, 3:15 p.m. on a Sunday, St Kilda, Sydney. The Swans are back. Errol's back. Yeah, they're back. They're back.
They need to win at least 6 of their last 7 to make the finals.
Yep.
Do
you know who those teams are that they're playing?
No, but will they do it?
I'll tell you right now. Why don't you just play a little game with me?
All
right? So, this week, St Kilda
win.
Next week, SCG, North Melbourne
win.
And they go to NG Stadium to play the Giants. Tough game.
Yeah, we'll give them it. Win.
We'll give them it. There's 3.
Yeah.
Then back to the SCG against the Bombers.
Win.
Then they go to the Gabba against the Lions. That's tough.
Lose.
Okay. And then they've got the Cats at the SCG.
Lose.
I think they'll win that one.
Okay, fine.
And then they play the Eagles at Optus.
Well, so they can really... Yeah, so they've got... So of their 7 remaining games, 5 are very winnable. 4 are very winnable, and they just got to find at least 2 from the Giants, Brisbane, and Geelong.
Yeah, that'll give them
14. Well, that'll give them 13 wins.
If they win all 6. If they win 6, it's 13. Sorry.
Yeah. If they win 7, they're in, because you won't miss on 14.
You won't miss on 14. No, not when you've got West Coast, Richmond, and North Melbourne. And no. I think 13 will be the number that the 12 or 13. I think 13. I think the team that finishes 8th will win 13 games.
I think, yes. I think 13 you could miss out. I think 13 with percentage, like last year.
Mm. Yeah. Although 13 wins, there's only 4 teams that need to win 3 more games to hit 13.
Yeah.
12 won't do it. 12 won't do it. No, 12 won't do it.
12 won't do it.
No. All right. Sydney to beat St Kilda. Thoughts?
Yes. Yeah, I would agree at Marvel.
And then I think one thing I know will definitely be happening on Sunday, 4:40 p.m. is that you will not be watching Port Adelaide against the West Coast Eagles.
Not intently, anyway.
Will you be checking the scores?
Sure.
But aren't you like, a little, you're a TikToker, so, you're looking for any moment you can do your little reaction video over the top of something?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I think you should go absolutely all in on, more than what you already are.
Really? I thought I was doing relatively all in, as it is.
No, I think you found it. I think you've taken a while to find your thing, and I think you found it, and you just got to go for it.
A B-Tech, Dan Gorringe. and now I'll be Danny Orange.
Oh, no, you're just Ari.
Well, that's how profound.
Be the first Ari. How about that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, be the first Ari.
Well, thanks. I'll be watching the game. I hope I watch every game when I'm at home, like every game.
Okay, fair.
I'm not one of those people that like doesn't watch footy if I can, if that makes sense. So like if I'm home,
yeah,
on a weekend, the footy's on, regardless of what game it is.
Yeah.
So I'll probably be watching, just not intently, and not with a care in the world.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. Port to beat the Eagles.
You'd hope so.
Yeah.
You'd hope so.
That was quick. I mean, we took a while to get through the first game, and then we just stormed home like a waterfall.
Yeah. A couple of good games in there. What game do you reckon is going to be the best game?
I think the Doggies Adelaide game is going to be an absolute thriller.
Yeah, I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree. I think that's got I think when you look at the other competitive games, I think the Giants Cats could be a bit of although that could be very good especially if Spaddock Smith plays, if both teams like just go all chips in on their system and the Giants run and carry the way they can, and the Cats can spread from contest in the way that they can as well. With hopefully Hogan's back in, so Hogan and Cameron up either end. This will be Cameron's first game back. Yes.
At NG?
Yeah.
I guess so. It's their first game that they're playing there.
Yeah, especially in front of a crowd. How crazy is that? It feels like he's more of a Geelong player than a Giants player. Would you say?
I guess we're there now. Yeah, I guess
I think we are. Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely there now. Wow. I really thought Charlie Curnow was kind of going to follow in the path of Jeremy Cameron, like a similar mature story.
Well, injuries haven't helped.
No, but since he's come back.
What do you mean?
I just thought Charlie would continue to mature and improve.
Charlie's had a bad...
It's a bad year. Charlie's had a poor...
No, I wouldn't even say. Last year he was good until he got injured.
I know that he showed signs of not being at his best last year, but he was still kicking his 2 or 3 per game. I think he averaged 2.7, whatever it was.
In every game, I think it was every game up until the Giants game last year, he kicked anywhere between 2 and 5 goals.
Yeah, so...
He would have won the Coleman if he'd stayed fit, put it that way.
Yeah, this year's just been his down year. Maybe that's just what it is. And maybe that's why it's important not to panic, because players have bad years, and this is Charlie's bad year. This is the first time in his career that I would say he's had a bad year. I mean, the years prior, he's been injured or he's been very young and up and coming. And this is his Harry 2023. Yeah.
And if we're going to compare him to Jeremy Cameron was kicking 70 goals in his third year of footy.
Was he really?
Something ridiculous like that. Maybe not 70, but he was kicking bags of goals really early.
Yeah,
and he's also been playing in consistently good teams. Apart from in comparison to us, he kicked 62 goals in his second year, and then so he kicked 29, 62, 29, 63, 53.
Okay,
he kicked 62 goals in a side that won in one game. Great,
it's pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, Larky did something similar. Maybe not. They didn't win one game. They were pretty.
They won 3. He kicked 70 odd. Yeah.
70 odd, yeah.
But that's also a 20-year-old Jeremy Cameron as well.
Early grand final prediction: who's going to be at the end of the day at the big dance on the last day in September?
It will be. I feel like you have to put Collingwood in there. It'll be the Pies versus the Lions.
I think I might have said that 2 weeks ago. My new power rankings are in, and it's Collingwood Geelong.
Yeah, fair. Well, Collingwood Geelong giving 2011 vibes.
Yeah, great grand final. I think we're in for a great grand final because last year's one was a a blowout.
We've only really had one good one, two good ones in the last decade, really. Three good ones.
So last year was Sydney, Brisbane. The year before was Collingwood, Brisbane.
Yeah.
That was a great grand final.
Yeah.
What was this,
So
2022?
what?
Yeah.
10 years ago was 2015 or 2014. So 16 was pretty good. Dogs, Swans.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was very good.
Yeah. 18 was great, obviously.
18 was elite.
19 horrendous. 20,
Meh.
20, 21, 22, 23 good. 24 bad. There you go. Lastly, a couple of other interesting points surrounding the league. Obviously, the proposed mid-season tournament.
Oh yeah,
Thoughts?
the cup. I think Carlton would win that for sure.
You reckon?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely win that and not play finals.
Yeah.
It's very Lakers coded, Carlton coded. Yeah.
So I don't understand the reference, but I'll just assume that you're right.
Yeah. Lakers won the cup this year and
didn't make the playoffs.
Made the playoffs, got belted. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's done. I hope that it will. Not gonna lie.
I think it's done. Yeah. I think they're just being creative. I don't know if they're actually doing it. I think what's happened is they've just planted the seed out there and they've got the reaction. I think they just got to learn. Any new idea is going to be initially met with pushback. Any new idea. That's Australian culture.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I thought Gather Round was met with fairly unanimous praise when it was first introduced.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
I just think you need to understand what the audience want. The audience don't want a mid-season cup competition. There are so many things that the audience, for the majority, want prioritized instead of that.
Yeah, don't invest in a mid-season cup before you get the cameras working at 100% on the goal line technology.
Yeah. Or you actually fix the fixturing system for the actual league you're watching and care about.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
Or the umpires. Try and help them invest money to that.
Help them be full-time so they can do less with their time throughout the week when all they really need to do is just umpire more games.
Yeah, but or whatever the solution is, just invest in them. Invest in them to get better in whatever medium that is. Just invest in them to get better.
Do you think we'll ever live through a time where the AFL fixturing goes all the way through, so there's a game on every night?
No. I don't. That makes no. I don't say that.
Yeah.
I think we're already oversaturated as it is. So I don't think because if you have one game every night, they're not going to reduce the amount of footy shows that there are. So it's just
true. Oh yeah, true. Because you do have to ultimately have. You do have to have a round and the end of a round and a start of a round.
Yeah, I don't think I can see. Sorry, yeah.
Do you think so? Like we've pushed back into Thursday night. Like clearly, this is this period of time where Thursday night footy has come up. Do you think we're going to ever push down again and start seeing Wednesday night footy?
We're more likely to see Monday night than Wednesday night.
We're more likely to see Monday night than Wednesday night.
Personally.
But
I don't want Monday. I don't think Monday night works personally.
Isn't Monday night like peak footy shows night?
Yeah, I guess.
Like Monday, Tuesday is your prime time. That's when the footy shows and the AFL media, like all that stuff. But that's prime time for it.
Well, I reckon we would have seen Thursday night footy be a staple earlier if the footy show, like the actual footy show, wasn't as continuously popular as what it was. all the way up until like the mid 2010s.
Fair.
Because I mean it's almost like, I mean, Thursday night opening round or Thursday night round one cartridge was a thing from like 2011, 2012, right? And they messed around with it in 2014 and some other years, but for the most part, it was consistent. But I think you can really telegraph the downfall of the Footy show as the number one footy show on mainstream TV with the rise of Thursday night footy. I think maybe it's not because of it, but the kind of lines match up quite similar, I think.
They can't be doing Wednesday night either. We've got the Bias Footy show on. So
yeah, and the front bar. So
yeah,
I love that show so much.
It's great. It's great.
I'm a religious watcher, like
of the front bar.
Religious, yeah, every week. I'm there at 8. I'm there at 8:34 because the 1% club rolls over.
What's the 1% club?
It's where like you have to. So it's like you get like a certain amount of questions, and like the questions get harder, and it's like how many percent of the people that are answering the question can get them. And the idea is that the 1% question is only 1% of the people answer it, and they're like really hard. It's not general knowledge; it's more problem-solving questions.
This is a show.
Yeah, it's on before Front Bar Wednesday night.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's hosted by. Sometimes it's hosted by that famous Aussie comedian that his name has completely escaped me. Jim Jeffries.
Oh, interesting.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I sat down and just had Channel 7 on, or as in like apart from when the footy's on, like Channel 7 or 9 or 10. Like I don't remember the last time I just sat and watched free-to-air TV.
Yeah, same. Mine's more Fox Footy.
Yeah,
unsurprisingly.
Did you see the return of Joey Chestnut?
No.
Do you know who Joey Chestnut is?
Yeah, the guy who eats heaps.
Yeah, so they had the big tournament. Guess how many hot dogs he ate?
In how long?
I think it was an hour.
An hour. I guess that's 60 minutes. I think there's a record of him being able to eat a hot dog in like 3 seconds. I don't know, something like that. So an hour, 60 minutes, at least 2 hot dogs a minute.
Sorry, I think it's 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah,
okay, so 10 minutes at least. 10 minutes, at least 2 hot dogs a minute, so at least 20. I'm going to go 46.
70.5.
And how?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. The hot dog eating contest in New York. He finished with 70.5 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes.
That's disgusting.
It's unbelievable.
How many do you reckon you could eat in 10 minutes?
Not a lot. I don't like hot dogs.
Yeah, same. I find on average the bun to hot dog ratio is just way off.
Right. So
it's not like a sandwich. It's not like a sandwich. So like a sandwich, there's the ratio from filling to bread is like 60-40, I'd say, filling to bread. That's a good ratio. Hot dog is like 70-30 the other way, and it's just not good.
You want to talk about excellence, right? So I'll start. I'm going to go through every single year from 2005 in this competition, how many he ate. So came third in 2005, 32. Second in 10 minutes. Second in 2006 with 52. 2007, 66, first place. 2008, 59, first place. 2009, 68, first place. 2010, 54 came first. 2011, 62 came first. 2012, 68 first. 2013, 69. 2014, 61. 2015, he ate 60 and came second. 2016, he ate 70, came first. 2017, he ate 72. 2018, 74. 2019, 71. He's come first in all of these. 2020, he had 75. 2021, he had 76 and broke the world record. So all of these are first place. 2022 first place with 63, 2023 62 first place. 2024 he did not participate. There was a contract dispute. Who knows what that means? And then this year he had 70.5 and came first. We're talking about the creme de la creme, the Carlton Football Club of the 70s and 80s, the excellence in the pursuit of what you are doing.
Of eating
hot dogs.
Wow. If you could, what would be the food that you could eat the most of in 10 minutes? Like, it has to be, you can't say like fairy floss, like a genuine like food.
Spring rolls.
Fair. I reckon I could add sushi, like the cut up sushis.
Okay.
Not a whole roll, but I reckon I could do those. I love sushi.
Sushi's good. There's a really good sushi place near me. It's really good.
Wow.
So I do like exotic flavors. Like they do like tandoori chicken with this like special mayo. Or like it's cool.
Yes, I'm just a kind of. What do you reckon I get? What do you reckon?
California roll. No.
No.
Teriyaki chicken.
No, even more basic than that.
Just cucumber. I mean, just avocado.
No.
Okay. Tuna.
Yeah, tuna and avocado, or tuna and cucumber, depending on.
Cooked tuna or raw tuna?
Cooked.
Of course.
What's that supposed to mean?
You just don't strike me as someone that would have anything other than cooked tuna. You wouldn't have raw fish.
No, I love the check.
Yeah?
Yeah, Tombo Den on a Chapel Street. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Lucy Lou in the city. Mate, don't worry, I know.
Okay. You're going to have to pick out somewhere for us to eat because I don't think I'm catching you in the tips. Is it really just Nobu? Is that what we're doing?
No, you have to pick. And you have to.
I can pick even if I lose?
No. No. The winner picks and the loser pays. Yeah, that's what it is.
So you're winning. You're going to win. So what are you?
We don't have to do Nobu. It's okay. I won't do that to you.
Do whatever you want. Like, where do you want to go?
I'll decide. I'll figure it out.
If you had to pick today, where would it be?
I don't know. Gimlet.
Fair. I think it's time.
Yeah.
Ladies and gents, are we playing Thursday again next week?
No, we're playing Saturday night against the D's. And then the 24th, we are playing the Hawks on a Thursday. So 22nd, we will be back here again. I'm gonna watch the F1 movie tomorrow night. So as this is going live, I'll be at the F1 movie.
Are you going to be going to the Victory Wrexham game?
No. I won't.
Why?
Because the tickets are ridiculous.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay. Well.
And also, that's just not. No.
Not for you.
It's yuck.
All right.
No, okay.
It's at Amy Park, right?
No, it's at Marvel. It's at Marvel, pretty sure. Which I don't know how it's going to work because there's a game before on the Thursday and then there's a game after on the Saturday. So
lucky we're not playing there.
Yeah, maybe the Bulldogs Adelaide game will be shit because the ground will be butchered.
Oh, the game's on Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, no injuries this week to any of those players. That's the big concern. Although it's not really going to be a concern, is it?
What do you mean?
Like, what are they going to be doing to the ground that's going to impact the footy?
It probably more just impacted aesthetically, but also it'll be cut up in the middle for sure.
It'll be cut up in the middle.
And also the advertising boards around the side, all that stuff.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ari, it's been a pleasure, mate.
As always, be back next week live.
We'll be back next Wednesday live. Can't wait.
Yes. How good.
Go Blues.
Go Blues.